Hey everyone, this is Borvak. On this video, I am going to cover Batman Prelude to the Wedding, Part 1, Robin versus Ras Al Ghul, number 1. And yes, I am going to pronounce this Ras Al Ghul as it is pronounced in the animated series. I assume that's correct. If it's not, let me know. He was called Ras in Batman Begins. But I mean, are you going to believe Christopher Nolan, or are you going to believe the animated series? I personally am going to believe the animated series. That is what I choose to believe. That is the truth, and I believe it, at least for now. So, let me know what you think. But yeah, Batman, Prelude to the Wedding, Part 1, Robin versus Ras Al Ghul, number 1. We've got Ras Al Ghul facing off against his grandson, Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne is saying, "You had your chance, old man." So we're going to see what's going on here. We start out with Selina is apparently helping Damian pick out an outfit. Is this some sort of wedding outfit? What did they call it? They call it something. But he's getting fitted by this seamstress, male version of a seamstress. What do they call it? It's a tailor, right? He's getting fitted by a tailor. And the tailor pricks him and causes him to bleed. And Damian gets kind of upset about that. But apparently it's a wedding thawb, Thawb. I don't know what that is. I don't know why Damian is wearing one for Bruce and Selina's wedding. Is this a culture I'm not familiar with? I'm going to show my ignorance here. Let me know if you know what a wedding thawb is. But, and look at this art here. Again, I really like it when they just draw things simplified because they're so small. That's just a weird thing for me. It looks cool. This whole book has good art. We'll see who the artist is on whatever page that's on. But Selina says, I'm sorry. I'm surprised you didn't murderize that guy with his own pins after he pricked you. Look how smug he looks after pricking him. Look at that. It's not a good tailor. But Damian says, I know that I have a whole page of backstory here, which is that I am kind of the biological son of Bruce Wayne and Talia. I was grown in a test tube and raised by the League of Assassins to become the host body for Ras Al Ghul. Once he decides he's tired of having his same body for thousands of years, he was going to switch over to my body, but I was trained to be an assassin. I know all that stuff is true, as this page clearly shows the reader. But I'm different now, because when Nightwing was Batman, he kept me in check, and he taught me the value of life and not to murderize people. Selina Kyle says, cool story, bro. I got to get off to my bachelorette party. And Damian's like, yeah, I got my own party, because what good is having super assassin skills if I can't sneak into Chuck E. Cheese to play Cheese Viking and get the high score? So he's breaking in, though, and someone snaps his grapple, and he falls into... Does he actually fall? He does fall into the ball pit. Oh, that's perfect. That is... I would say that I couldn't have written this better myself, but who couldn't have written this better than me? But that was perfect call. So it turns out it's a guy named Ion. I'm going to assume that's how that name is said, A-I-O-N. You guys let me know if I'm wrong. And he says, I am here to fight you. And I love how Damian is always portrayed in DC Comics. He's super serious, super skilled, murder machine. But they always put him in these, they always remind you that he's a little kid. Look at that look of indignation on his face in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. So they start fighting. It's just back and forth. And Damian accidentally throws Ion with his... I'm going to say that name like 5 different ways in this video. But he throws Ion. I like this. Like the balls from the ball pit are flying in the air like it's nobody's business. And Damian throws Ion into the Cheese Viking cabinet. No. Ooh. Black Manta is in Snyder Justice League book, and Hawk Girl. I love Hawk Girl, and I love Black Manta. Ah, but it's impossible to get these issues. Everyone picks them up off the shelves before I can. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So Damian realizes his mistake. Look at his lips. It almost looks like he's screaming in slow motion. Oh no, I destroyed Cheese Viking. How am I going to get the high score now? And Ion says, you've basically destroyed Cheese Viking. You're worried about a high score while I'm the one with the score to settle, and I've supplanted you because what you don't know is that I'm not just anyone. I am the son. I am the future son of Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne's just as Selina Kyle supplanted Talia Al Ghul for the affections of Batman, which I don't think is actually true. I don't think Talia and Bruce ever had what Selina and Bruce had. But basically, he says, I am just as she supplanted Talia, I have supplanted you, because I'm the true son of the one Batman has chosen to be with. And not only that, you're not still a kid. You're hallucinating. You're misremembering. You're the current Batman. I may be from the future, but this is my time. And again, I've supplanted you. Bruce doesn't need you anymore. He loves me, not you. And Damian takes off his cowl, and he's bald because, of course, future Damian is bald. Why wouldn't he be? And he just starts murderizing. That's the word of the day. Today's comic was brought to you by the word murderize. He starts murderizing Ion, and he's kind of taken aback at his own anger. But then Nightwing shows up as the angel on his shoulder, literally, and says, "Don't murderize people. I taught you better than that." And Damian says, "Wait a minute. Me being bald should have been my first hint. But you are definitely my second hint, you being on my shoulder as my talking angel. Although I think he's on the wrong soldier. Isn't the angel supposed to be on the right soldier? Maybe Dick Grayson is the devil, and we just didn't know it. Maybe you should murderize people. I don't know." But Dick Grayson is saying, "Don't murderize people," and Damon is saying, "First of all, I'm bald. Second of all, you are a tiny angel on my shoulder. I think I'm hallucinating, and I think I know who's causing me to hallucinate." And he turns around and he says, "Hello, grandfather." And he was right. There's Ras Al Ghul laughing over him, and he says, "My daughter was supplanted by Selina. You will be supplanted by their child that they are probably going to have eventually. And you were first created to be my host body, but I thought that you would be useful to me as an in on Batman. But now you're not even useful for that anymore, because there's no way he's going to love you once he's married and he has his own child. That was by his choice, unlike you, which you were stolen DNA, I think, grown in a test tube." Yeah, so Damian doesn't like that. He fights. Ra's al Ghul actually says your biggest enemy is yourself. And so Damian punches his own hallucination of his future self in the face, and kind of collapses on his knees, realizing that he'll be alone. And I don't know, why does Ra's disappear? I think we'll say that Damian beats him. I think that's what happens here. I think that's because otherwise I don't know how Damian's able to limp away like this. So Damian beats Ra's. That should have been more clear in the book. But he's some serious doubt in his mind now. Selina gets back from her bachelorette party, And Damian's like, hey, look, I need to talk to you. Are you and Bruce gonna have kids? And she's like, well, that's a little bit of a personal question. We haven't talked about it yet. And he's like, no, seriously, I need to know. And she says, you know, I don't think I will, because this is kind of a cool dynamic between the two of them. Basically says, I've been a bad girl, and you have a rough past. I don't trust that someone born from me would be any better than I am, and I don't trust myself. And I don't trust myself to be lucky enough to have a child as good at overcoming his past as you are. So that's sweet. She says, I'm not planning on having kids. I'm not gonna have a child to supplant you. You are the son of Bruce Wayne, and you're accepted. You're a part of the family. And oh, there was one other thing. Oh, she said, you don't have to call me mom, but I think with our pasts, we need to be there for each other. So that's sweet. That's sweet. Look how nice she looks in that black dress too. It must have been a nice bachelorette party. Look at that tiara. She didn't have a tiara going into it, did she? I don't think she did. Where was the page where we last see her before? Yeah, so she got that at the bachelorette party. She was wearing a different outfit too, so she changed before the party. But that's the end of the story. And then we get to a thing where someone came in and murdered the League of Assassins, because we've got this whole weird gore fest going on with the Joker that, you know, is kind of weird. But he apparently blinded the assassin, and so Ras Al Ghul murderizes him for being blind, because what good is a blind assassin, he says. So, you know, Ras Al Ghul is a good guy, obviously. And they're written on the wall as ha 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 ha. Continued. So this was supposed to go before Nightwing versus Hush. So I wonder what's happening next. We'll find. I think it's this, and then Nightwing versus Hush, and then it's Batgirl versus Riddler. I think is how this goes. I don't know if there are any after that, but that's it for the review. I think it was cool, just the dynamic between Damian and Ras Al Ghul, his own insecurities. I like how he is portrayed very consistently throughout the comics. I like his personality, how they portray him as a character. I like Damian Wayne as a character. His dynamic between Selina, a pretty decent fight, even if it was all just a mind warp thing. And hopefully, since he didn't actually break that cabinet, he can still get that high score. I believe in you, Damian Wayne. You can do it. When I walk into that Chuck E. Cheese, I want to see Damian Wayne #1 high score. You can do it. All right, so this video is a recommend. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like it? If you have any thoughts on the issue, if I got anything wrong, if you have any thoughts on the video, let me know in the comments section. I will talk to you guys down there. Feel free to give the video a like if you liked the video, and if you want to subscribe to see more videos, I am certainly not going to stop you. I couldn't if I wanted to, probably, unless I shut down my channel. I might. I could do that just to spite you. We'll see. Probably not. At any rate, I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks again. Bye.